Hi, I'm Norman A. Hood, financial advisor and host of the Exit Plan Show. We interview America's top advisors like today's guest and valuation expert, Richard Claywell of J. Richard Claywell, CPA. We help business owners enjoy more personal freedom, grow their companies faster, and transition ownership seamlessly when the time comes. Welcome to the show, Richard.
Okay, thank you.
Nice to meet you. We're both BEI members.
Yes.
I don't know if I've seen you in a convention before. I may have. I don't remember the face, but possibly.
It's a possibility that we have.
Okay. Well, we're going to start out. I'm just going to have you tell our audience about your education and then your career path up until now.
Okay. I am a CPA. I have a bachelor's degree in accounting in a prior life. I was a controller of a public company with 13 subsidiaries. I was also a controller of a privately held company with 21 subsidiaries. In the 80s, the oil and gas industry was going down here in Houston. The company I worked for with the 21 subsidiaries, we bought and sold some companies. I left that company because of what was happening with the oil and gas industry. Started my own practice with another CPA and started soliciting attorneys for doing business valuation work and just started doing more and more of that type of work, and eventually just evolved where we don't do tax returns or accounting or bookkeeping or anything, or audits, all that compliance work. We don't do that. We primarily do business valuation now.
Okay, good. How would people that know you the best, your friends, your relatives, how do you think they'd describe you personally?
That's interesting. I'm in the process of getting ready to teach a class for the University of Houston on business valuation at the Clear Lake campus. They'd never had it before. I have to get 3 referrals. So I've asked some friends of mine, would you do that? Well, the university has sent me those, and both, I've got 2 of them in so far, and both of them have said that we are extremely thorough.
Okay.
So I think that's probably my thing is we try to uncover all the stones that are out there and make sure that the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed.
Okay. I know you have a lot of professional designations, which tells me that you can do a lot of different types of valuations. Can you tell our audience a little bit about that, what J. Richard Claywell, CPA, what you can do in terms of valuations?
We value a little bit of everything. We value closely held companies. We value intangible assets, which would be patents, copyrights, trademarks. We value, I think I said contracts. We value companies for buy-sell, merger and acquisition, shareholder disputes, just pretty much covers the gamut. We don't have any industries that we, quote, specialize in. I've been doing this for 30 years. So when I started, there was no, i.e., specialty area to go to, so we just valued everything. And over the last 30 years, I've just made it a point to keep up with all those areas. And it's really, once you learn how to do it, it's very, very simple to do.
Okay. What do you think differentiates you from some of the other evaluators around?
I think what differentiates me is, and not because I have a number of designations, I got to have a total of 12 designations. I don't think that's the key. I think the key is I really enjoy what I do, and I want to learn what I'm doing, and so I'm continually striving to keep up with the current information so I know what's happening in the industry and apply that theory and the applications to what's actually happening in the real world versus somebody that will dabble and do 2 or 3 or 4 of these things a year. Right. You know, they really don't become quite the expert in the area.
Okay. What do you think is the #1 thing you like to do? Do you have any particular types of things you'd rather value, or there's anything that you like doing?
I really like the estate and gift work.
Okay.
And then the reason for the estate and gift work, which gets back into the exit planning piece of it, is the structuring of the entities to reduce the taxes for the taxpayer. Okay. We are not required to pay tax. Well, we're required to pay taxes, but we're not required to pay more taxes than we have to pay. Right. So if you can position a company in the valuation process and structure the companies to reduce those taxes, that's what I really enjoy doing.
Yeah, that is gratifying.
That's a lot of fun.
The government may not spend the money like the taxpayer wants anyway.
Exactly right. Exactly right.
Last question in that area, where do you get the energy to do this? Because you've been doing it a long time, and there's got to be something. Why do you just keep doing this?
I think the reason, and I've been doing this for 30 years, and I'm 65, and I've kind of thought, do I need to get out and retire, whatever? But as long as I'm mentally sharp and physically able, I'm going to do this. I really enjoy helping people with these tax problems. Not everybody really knows the intricacies of how to set the capital structures up and to reduce the taxes to really benefit the client. And that's what I really like with doing this type of work, is if you structure it right, the individual can get out of the company with the most cash that they're going to get out of these things, and at a lower tax rate. And that's what I really enjoy about it.
Okay. I'm looking for tips for business owners. It could be in one of three areas. Either something that a business owner could do to maybe enjoy a little more personal freedom, maybe not spend as much time at work, something they could do to grow their company faster, or something they could do to smooth the transition process. If you could give them one tip in any of those three areas, what do you think it would be?
I think the key area would be to have your right-hand man in place.
Okay.
Because if you have somebody that can do what you do, then that allows you to take the time off that you need to take off. You can spend it with your family, vacations, whatever you want to do. It also allows for an easier transition, because if the business is not dependent upon me, it's dependent upon my right-hand person, whoever that may be, then I will get more money for my business because they don't really have to have me there, so I can actually exit quicker.
Right. Okay. Makes sense. Good tip.
Yeah.
Covers all three, really, doesn't it?
It does.
That was Richard Claywell. He's with J. Richard Claywell, CPA. He's a valuation expert in Houston, Texas. For more information about Richard and his firm, please check out the show notes for this episode on our website. Thank you.